Oh, welcome to a new episode of Factorio, this time episode 85. If you're missing my character, that's right, because I'm not standing there. I'm standing just in my base. Haha! I had you with that one. Probably not, but that doesn't matter. I've been exploring a little bit because I wanted to know if the new gen is in the map. And it is! So, Factorio does not allow old gens to be there. So it just, when creating new terrain, it will use new gen. So I've been conquering this piece of land, and after that, this piece of land. So those are both now mine, at least they should be. But I don't see aliens, so they should be mine. Meanwhile, I get a little bit few of the new generation. In the new generation, there would be, can I find those? I know they are here. There will be cliffs. Although I cannot find them this fast. Nope, I don't know. So there are cliffs, believe me. Can I maybe no, not here. This is all gen. So the new gen is here, but yeah, this big. Oh, that's the radar range. The radars. So that radar rendered the map until that point, and that radar rendered the map until this point, and there should be another radar then somewhere. Not that one, right? I don't know. Anyway, but there should be cliffs in this area. But you can simply compare the two world gens together, and if you look at the old one, and it's pretty big islands and such. If you look to the new one, you get these weird long arms that make sure that the land is always connected. If you know, you don't have lakes that that makes islands. What it tries to do, it just makes long stretches of land. That's something I read out of the FFF of Factorio, and now I see it in person. It's completely true, and I understand. There's another thing that it's fun to see how ores are generated. Completely wrong. Anyway, so there are quite a lot of ore patches you can see here, but here they are not, and they are not even compensating for the amount of ores you find. So if you ever going to run out of ores in the 0.15 selection, we're going to have a hard time, but I don't worry about it too much because I want to make production in the end, and in this island, so all the items will be produced right here. Maybe even this island. I want to keep this long and this thing as a mining island. I'm gonna refer to that more often, I guess, because all those ore patches I want to mine out. I've been working a little bit on the base. I've been laying down the stuff that's necessary for the furnace array, so I walk by and just place a few more belts, and I walk by again and I place more belts and that stuff. Mostly I just lose my belts, so yeah. Anyway, so let's walk up. Oh no, let's first show you this part. It's not changed much, but I added the trains now drive on nuclear fuel. That will mean that they have a boost of 250% instead of a boost of 180%, so they're 70% faster in starting up. That means they just fly away, literally. Let's wait until let's ask this train to go. You can see how fast it just accelerate. And it's almost top speed when it leaves the station, so yeah. It's pretty fast. Also what I did is I changed, I added the new train system, train width here. So these are all the new layout. You can see here the conversion between the old and the new layout. Although I should have chosen right track here because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that ever happened, and then what I want to show you, yeah, just starting up the green production again because I shut down green because I wanted to move it. Then I realized, well, I don't have green and I have nowhere to move green to, and that's the problem. So I decided to change it around again and opened green up, so the green sign center below. is working again, but I limited the chest to only allow one slot in the chest, so every chest can only have one slot, which sends you back. So there's a limited amount of items that can go into the chests. We need more trains. Are they just tanking it right now or something? I don't know. I do not know. I think copper is just the biggest problem because we have not enough copper throughput. So we have enough stuff in. We have enough questions to get it out, but we don't have the throughput we need. There are some plates in here. That's ruining something, I guess. I can have a few at that. It might fix a tiny bit of copper. So here's more plates. Ta-da. That we stop there, and that we stop there. So the reason why we have not enough throughput, if you haven't guessed it already, because there isn't much room here anymore. So we had 3 of those cells as throughput, and we now have 1.5. So we halved our production of copper plates. But it seems to be okay. It's not good, it's not bad, or does it just pushed it around? It probably just pushed it around. Another trains are now driving through my network again. That's me not worried because there's no problem with that, but still. Do you have more belts? I have underground belts and probably cannot place them anywhere. Oh, there are a few. I already placed so much around here. You can see how long the furnace array will be. And they should work for 0.15 compression because the items are being placed on these belts, which are split in, and then being added to the belt with splitters instead of being pushed on the belt itself. So that's something that should work for belt compression, and I hope it does. I still need to find a way to make this easy to make. I need a belt balancer and compression in a small area because belt compression for 0.16 is not fun. It's just not working. I've been working with this one, and this one tries to, it has 6 inputs and tries to make 4 belt compressed. This is my best thing, so it's just not working at all. What I should do is first balance these loads, everyone separately, then for every lane I should have 2 splitters. So I have 8 lanes, so it's basically a 6 to 8 thing, and then we're only taking half of the input, half of the outputs, which sounds ridiculous to make, and this is already too big for my opinion, but well, we need to do what we need to do. So here you can definitely see that I made sure that only one slot can be filled, so these things would not run out run completely full and just be a problem. I think maybe we should update this to 2. If we do that, then it just means 1 full chest. Oh, that's really red. There's a light missing or something. That light is really red. You see that? Oh, that's probably because the backlight of the train is going off on top of that. So what I also want to show you is it can probably go here pretty quickly. So let's do that. You just place one down, we remove it again, then we wait for the train. So leg spikes. Train. It's already there. It's so fast. I got it. And we wait for the train to enter this thing. It's almost there, so just wait a little while. You can see it on the map, and it's quite nice. If you zoom out, sometimes you can see the... No, that's when you click on it. You can see the arrow really big. I really like that you can see that arrow big. It's weird, but you can clearly see what it is. Anyway, when the like last episode, I told you guys that there are no artillery wagons on the train. When the train enters the station and is close to the wall and wanted to repair the wall somewhere, it just kills all the aliens nearby. It's really nice. But what also is nice is that that gun is really far away, so it can shoot right there. And if you just do that quite often, like something like this, you can basically render the map. It's quite expensive, I know that. Because you need bullets for that, but it's pretty fun. No artillery range. Is it done? No, it's not done far. You'll just get it. Oh, look at those amount of aliens. It's a ton of aliens. There's some red lines there. Oh, that's because it hasn't rendered it and it's on the edge, and the red just... Oh, that's something that I didn't know about. Nah, it doesn't matter too much. Not enough for me to write an error report. So the pixels of the alien bases on the left side are 1 pixel too much to the left than normally. Then anyway, you can clearly see that you can render the world with this. And that's what I did here, so that's why you see those big things right here. That's what I tried to do. You can see I did it here too. So instead of having the line there, you can now see a little bit further. And with this, which was nice to see that there's a nicer choke point here and there. And if you make walls there, then we don't need this big wall, and we have more area. But we don't need that area at the moment, so let's just get a few more here. All those aliens will think, what is going on? There's bullets traveling over. No, not really. They don't think. Let's see if I just keep my mouse there. Next test. Oh, I need to drink for my next session. It doesn't update the oh, it does when it so it only does that when, so it updates the amount of ores the second time so it shows the amount of ores. No, it updates, then shows, and then when you do it again, no, this doesn't make sense for you. It doesn't matter. Oh, here's the new world gen, by the way. That's probably the new world gen, because the iron ore doesn't continue through, and the trees doesn't look nice either. They should have put a brush in that it will try to brush this up between the chunks, so if it sees that this is in the 0.15 chunks and this is 0.16, but I love to see you just trying to smooth that out between those two chunks. I know it will be a mess, and it doesn't look that great, but it would certainly be better than this straight line that's just going across. When they implemented something like that in Minecraft, I originally was sad and happy at the same time, because it made a mess between those lines, because you can clearly see that sometimes this is desert and that's Arctic, and it didn't really do a good job, but it was better than having that awful line going through your map, because I would love to fix that. Maybe I can do a little bit with landfills, but the problem with landfills is they have a certain color they always produce, and that's not based on anything, so that's it's irritating. Oh, that's the original. I was already. Why is there light blue water there? But that's because it's that's the original border. I filled it in a little bit more with a few landfills, because I had some landfills needed for this part, so I used some more for this small island. Anyway, what I wanted to do, I don't think I can do that today because there are obstacles for that. Ooh, I need to look at that. So I wanted to move green signs because in the start of the video, if I want to continue finishing the furnace array and just building on top of it and see how low it needs to go and where the rail network needs to go, I guess somewhere here, then I need to move the green signs. Although I cannot move it because I need to do the furnace array, but the green sign is one of the things that I need to build pretty quickly after it's done. After the furnace. Oh, come on, and then I have hiccups. Oh, come on. So what I need to do is get a nice area. So what thinking about turning it 180 degrees, so turning it basically upside down, and then putting it right here, and because it's just pretty much a lot of area. So if this is becoming something here, then I even can put the rails there, and that should be more than enough for the furnace array. But there was this uranium ore patch that we need to get rid of, so I added that to the list, and then now it's mining it up, and it's at 1.4 million. So it's mining it up with 40 per second. So let's get our calculator with me. I'm gonna do some calculation. So it's 1.4 million, and we're doing 40 per second. So this is the amount of seconds it would take, the amount of minutes it would take, the amount of hours it would take to run down that patch. So if my calculations are right, if we use all miners and it's running completely, it will take 10 hours, so probably another 20 hours and that patch will be gone. Although we don't really need to be the patch completely gone, but if it just did a lot of it, it will be nice. Let's also run one for this one because this is a 400,000. So, and it's outputting with 2 lanes. So let's get that. So we have for, let's say 500 or something. Yeah, make 500,000. We're outing with 80 per thing, with 80 per second. Then we have per minute, we have per hour. So in 2 hours, this could be gone if it runs full potential, but it doesn't. Let's clean it up a little bit. It doesn't because we have no enough. We have not enough question. We have not enough demand to meet our mining things, and I would love to, but the problem is this, and I don't know how we can up that quickly and nicely and not make a mess out of everything. I could just remove this and then add furnaces again, but you know, I want to keep that because I want that to do, and there's so much things, you know. Doesn't matter. So again, maybe you not again. Maybe you've spotted that, but I now use speed modules instead of those other modules I keep using, kept using. Productivity, because I think I have enough ores in the base to use for a long time, and 22 million here is quite long, and I don't think that will ever run out. And with speed module, with these modules, those 22 million would be transformed to around, well, I think 30 million or something. And I cannot seem to figure out where I use 30 million copper for. Yeah, for research, but that would take a long time. And when I'm finally done with the 30 million, then it's like, yeah, here's another one, 15 million, and it's translated around, well, maybe 22 million. So that's so much ores, and it just keeps on going, you know, it just keeps on going. And before I run out of all those ores, that would be a problem. So what I'd rather do is just add speed modules to them. so they would mine a little bit faster, and I can build here because I want to build, you know. It takes a long time. Also, I not did it with all of them. I did it with all of them in the new furnace array, and I did with them that are in the new green science array. So not all of them have been done, but quite a few. Also, what happened is that copper storage we had here is now connected to a copper station, mining station, mine load copper ore 3. So it will slowly run out, and it slowly decay, and we would have some room here for if we want to build here. So I was originally thinking about putting the that's not working. Putting the green station here, because that would be the ideal place, I guess. But there's one problem, because we have 1.6 million coal and 3.2 million coal, and then we have 2.7 million iron ore and some uranium, so that's not gonna work. I just need to make stations upside down, I guess. maybe what we can also do, like the old base, is just make a cross point here, then run down, a cross point again, and then make run sideways, and then put this one the right way around, because I don't like putting stuff upside down. I don't know why. I like them being on the... I don't like this. I don't know what it is. Anyway, for now, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you another time soon. Have a nice day, and goodbye.